right, we are. Maybe I turned it off again. See.
Okay, there we go. We are live here again for our Glow-a-thon. That's what we're calling this, instead of a telethon. We're calling it a Glow-a-thon. And we are here live in China Grove at the Holy Grind. So if you guys want to come by and see me here, there's coffee you can get. There's all kinds of pastries. Wonderful stuff here. It's a great atmosphere. Come by, see us. You can make a donation here. We've got all kinds of merch right there. We've got sweatshirts, we've got t-shirts, we've got water bottles, we've got popcorn. If you got your popcorn in the mail, or you didn't get your popcorn in the mail, you can come out and get some here. This is kettle corn. Oh man, it's so good. So good. Yeah, you can come take a bag. Anyway, make a donate, some kind of donation. Maybe we'll give you a bag. I don't know. We'll see. We could probably do that. So this segment is brought to you by Terry Bolin Insurance. He's with Farm Bureau, and Farm Bureau in I gotta see where this is. Farm Bureau in Thomasville, and he's sponsoring this segment. So anything you give during this time will be matched because of his sponsorship. So thank you so much, Terry, for doing that, and we're so excited to partner with you. He's partnered with us and been behind us for a long time. We're so appreciative of that. So appreciative of Farm Bureau, man. They've really gotten behind Glow, and what a neat organization. So if you guys need insurance, Farm Bureau is the place to go. If you're in Thomasville or around that area, go see Terry. He's awesome. So this segment, we're talking about SOAR. And SOAR is our students overcoming and rising. And so our grads that have decided to become a part of this program, we're doing some special things for them. And through monthly giving into the SOAR program, what you're doing is you're supporting a grad who is, there's money being saved for them. There's expenses that come up with their life. They can, borrow up to a certain amount, but they have to pay that amount back. Just kind of teaching them financial responsibility. We're teaching them life skills. They're learning the Word of God. There's all kinds of challenges that we give them, and it's just a program that we have to bring some accountability in their life. We challenge them to work out, to use their mind, to learn English. There's all kinds of things that we've made a part of this program just to try to teach them that when you begin to invest in yourself, you're beginning to believe that you're worth it. So when we invest in ourselves, it's a self-confidence thing that I'm worth this, that something's going to happen in my life. And so when you do that, it's so important. So we challenge them in this area, and that's what the SOAR program is in a nutshell. And you'll probably hear a little bit more of that from Dar. But we have somebody very special with us during this time, and this is Tanya Andronic. Still mess. She told me I still mess. Andronic. That's such a cool last name. Andronic. I should be Andrew Andronic. That's me also, Andrew Andronic. I love that. That would have been pretty cool. But I got stuck with Draper, which is pretty cool too. Dar likes it because it rhymes with paper. She loves to write. So Draper, paper, it works out well. Dar loves it. I like Draper too. Draper's cool. Anyway, Tanya's here with us, and Tanya probably knows the ins and outs of the Glow mission more than anybody else because she's involved in a lot of the calls that we make to Ukraine, some of the things that we have to deal with, some of our leaders and all kinds of stuff we have to deal with. She's our mouth, right? Because she interprets for us. And so she volunteers and does a lot of that. And just recently, she went over to Ukraine and did life skills classes with these guys. And so what I want to do is give her the opportunity just to tell what she does for us, why she's involved, and maybe a little bit about your trip if you'd like to do that. So whatever's on your heart, it can be as short or as long as you want it to be. No pressure at all. So here you go. Tanya Andronic. Here you go.
Hi, everyone. Well, I got involved by, first of all, hosting our boy Kostya. So Wendy, that's been part of Glow for a while, she one day messaged me and said that there's a couple more kids that need to be hosted. And we were like, we don't know because just sold her house, moved in with her parents, looking for a new house, and husband just finished his school. So we're like, it wasn't the best time, but we prayed about it and we took him in, and we ended up falling in love with him. And then little by little, Wendy or Dar would message me, could you translate this message, or could you translate this letter, or whatever it was. And this started off with just a little, and then more and more, and I just loved it because I got to know a lot of kids through translation. Yeah, and it's funny because I didn't know any of them, before, and then we went to Ukraine a couple of weeks ago, and I got to meet a lot of the kids that I've been mainly speaking over the phone, and translating for them, and seeing how over time, even just the past year, how much they changed. I think the main person that really stood out to me was Diana. Yeah, because as I would translate, she would say how she wants to change and she's struggling because of the people she's around and in her dormitory and just everything around her. And then when we came there, and my boy Kostya was with us, and it was really cool because she had a chance to share her testimony in front of him. And she said how God has changed her after going to this, after the SOAR program and then going into YWAM. Yeah. And she witnessed in front of Kostya how she changed and how she quit smoking and everything else, and she automatically stopped cussing, and just how God's been working in her life, and just the way she was praying. It was so amazing. And then when we came back to our apartment, Kostya was like, she was not the best kid in the orphanage. He was so shocked that such a kid, he knew her pretty well, and that she was so changed and she was so different. And for me, it was amazing to see that, because a lot of people say, like, oh, there's no point of teaching these orphans. They still stay the same. They do whatever they want to do, and there's just a lot of negativity. But seeing how much Glow has done in these kids' life and how much they changed. Also, Max, he was saying how, because when we were doing life skills, and he was one of the kids that kind of told the younger kids that just graduated how he, through Glow and SOAR, he learned how to manage his money. And he was actually telling them how to manage their money, and
That's
how,
awesome.
and how, like, maybe first semester he would just waste it all, and then, like, he was, left without money sometimes for 3 weeks, not knowing, what to do with himself. But I guess you guys taught them the envelope system. Yeah.
That's right.
So he said, now I have the 4 envelopes. I separate my money. He's like, now, like, I don't really need the envelopes now that he has the hang of it. But it's really cool to see the way, it's really worked in his life. And now he, puts money aside, and he always has money for food, when before he didn't have money for food maybe for 2 weeks because it got wasted in the first week. Yeah. I don't know what else. I mean, it was just awesome going there, seeing all the kids, and just spending time with them. And I really liked Nastya as well. You know Nastya?
Oh, Nastya, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Because I never really talked to her, never knew her, so we got to talk to her a lot. She's a really sweet girl. I don't know what else.
Nastya, she, it was amazing. She, she was our second group of grads and came out, and she was having a very hard time, and we really intervened in her life at a very crucial time in her life. And it's amazing what's happened with that. And Tanya she has been relentless as far as or I'd say she just almost seems like she never tires of us asking her. Maybe she does, but she's always willing to translate for us and to help in that area, which is crucial for us, because I can say very little. I can say I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian very well, which is Izvinichi Yene Очень Хорошо Говорю по-русски, and they probably barely understand me. Or I can say, Skuka eta stoik, how much is this? But I don't know what they're saying back to me, so I can say eta slizkom dorgo, which is too expensive. So that's very little. I know, so I try to learn Russian in my car, but just enough to be endearing. Like, I want to come back and go, hey, look, I'm trying to learn your language, but I know I'm probably not going to master it. So Tanya is so important to us because she's able to communicate, and communication is so crucial for us. And her getting to go over there and teach these life skills classes and be a part of these kids' lives, that she's been kind of on the outside looking in a lot of ways, because she was just here helping us here, but then she actually gets to go in and everything that she saw there. So what are some of your takeaways, just kind of seeing their life and what they're going through as you were there?
You could really see that some do really struggle. Just it's hard. It's hard when you graduate and you're all alone, and you have no one really around, because they're all in different places. Kids in Slaviansk, kind of there's more there, but in Kharkiv there's only a few kids. Just like even Kostya, when I message him on the weekends, like, he's bored because all the kids from the dormitories have went home to their families, and then he's like reminded every weekend that he's alone and he has no one there with him. He doesn't have a family to go back to. And just one of the moments that stood out to me also, there was this girl at the orphanage. She's very tough, and she's one of the older girls there still, and she didn't want to come to the girl night that we were doing when we were talking to the girls separate. And I don't know, the Lord just told me go get her. So I went back to their rooms, and I said, just come and join us. And this is our last day here. And she's like, I'm not in the mood. I'm like, well, come on. We came all the way from America. Like, you have to come. So she comes, and she gets dressed and comes. And then as we were talking about relationships and family and like sexual education for the girls, she was like, I don't know, she was so into it. She was telling other girls to be quiet, and then she was telling them like, either leave or be quiet, because you're like interrupting Tanya.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was so amazed, because the whole week we were in the orphanage, she didn't come to have the lessons, and she just was not interested in any of it. So I was like, praise God that she came and she listened to this, and I think she really needed it. I think I translate because, I don't know if you know, but as a kid, we have families, 7 kids in our family, and when we moved to America, I was the first one to learn English, and my mom from like age 9 made me translate everything.
Oh, wow.
All the schoolwork, any doctor's appointments, I mean, anything you can think of, and I hated it so bad. I hated translating. It was like my worst nightmare if mom said, oh, you have to translate for me. Just because, and she also she sometimes repeat things and the doctor was like, yes, that's what I said, and I'm like, so embarrassed. And then for a while I didn't translate as much. And then what I love about your guys' ministry, I guess you guys inspired me how much you've sacrificed for these kids. And I've seen many ministries, and we've supported different ministries, but they're always they go to a country, they spend a week there, they do Christmas gifts or Easter gifts, and then they leave, and that's it. There's no relationship building, there's no change in that kid's life. And I think this is why a lot of people think there's no point, because they're like, oh, it doesn't do anything. But they've never really took the time to build a relationship with the kids, and then they come back, and even the kids at this orphanage, they know that other Christians come in and they do lessons and fun stuff, but that's all as they see them as Christians that come in and out, but never really stick around and never build a relationship with them. And I think this is why I really like Glow, because you really build relationships with the kids, and this is why there is change in the kids. That's why so many kids are changing, and some take longer, some faster, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's been amazing to see, even in Emerald City, in Svetogorsk, we would see as we would go back time after time that the culture would start to change. Because first when you would come there, they would just walk by you with their heads down, they wouldn't look at you, and then by the time you came there a couple times, and their heads would be up looking for you, and then they'd seem excited to see you, and then it moved into affection. They would just run up and hug you, they would run to you, and so it's amazing that you change the culture. When you bring kingdom culture into an area, it changes. Things change, and so it's so cool to see that change happen. And so we've been able to be a part of that. And so our SOAR program, that's what it's about. It's about changing their culture. It's about changing not their Ukrainian culture, always just keep Ukrainian, but bringing kingdom culture into their lives to where they have more of a relationship with the Lord. They're starting to look at things through a biblical perspective and not just a cultural perspective. And so, and even in the orphanage, seeing their culture change as one to stay away from or stay private, stay away from others, to actually opening up and being a part of others' lives. And so we're just so thankful to be that we're able to do that. And you talk about the sacrifices we made. Yeah, we made sacrifices, but man, God's like, once He calls you to do something, you just have to do it. And so we've just responded to His call, and we're so grateful. We're so grateful we've been able to do this. So, again, I want to remind you, go to Glow. Sorry, I'm messing up here. Go to what is it, Jim? GlowMission.org. I've been saying it all day. It's right there on the screen. Look, GlowMission. Go to GlowMission.org. Follow us live. Like the page. Share it and give. Okay, give. We want to see your comments. All that. But yeah, please do that. Listen, again, I'm at the Holy Grind. We're drinking coffee. We got pastries going on. We got some. We got something big here. Jim just reminded me. This sweatshirt right here. This is a comfy sweatshirt. This is basically like, if you ever seen a cuddly kitten or a cuddly puppy, okay, it's like wrapping yourself in a cuddly puppy or kitten. Okay, the inside of it's like velvet. Like I could live inside of here. It's like a cocoon for a human being. It's pretty weird. I could hibernate inside of there. I feel, oh my gosh, I just want to rub it like a little kitty. I want to pet it. I want to pet it. Let's just pet it. Let's pet the nice sweatshirt. Okay, she's okay. So listen, if you make a commitment, okay, to $35 a month, okay, become a monthly partner with us, we will give you one of these amazing sweatshirts, these cocoon kitten puppy sweatshirts, okay, that you really want to have and hibernate in. It's a great winter, just to wear around the house to be comfy, or wear out just, hanging out, man. It's beautiful. I love it. I like the Glow Mission's awesome, nice zipper, and it's very soft and plush. Plush is a good word, yes. So we will give you one of those. If you commit to be a monthly partner with us, to give $35 or more. Would you say $30 or $35 or more? $35 or more. And you can get one of these amazing sweatshirts. We'd love for that to happen. So anyway, remember, go to glowmission.org. You can give there, share the page, and we're getting ready to kick live to Ukraine, because that's what we do, because of the magic of technology. The interweb allows you to do such things, and the technology that we have here is amazing. So we're getting ready to send it to my lovely bride there in Ukraine. So, lovely bride, are you ready to take it away? I don't know if she is or not. Can she speak to me? I want to hear her voice. I miss her so bad. I'm going to see her the day before Thanksgiving, but I want to see her now. Anyway, so you guys enjoy this next segment live from Ukraine.
Hello, friends. We're here at I don't even know. It's 10 o'clock in Ukraine.
10,
I think it's hour 10. We're over halfway through our 18-hour day of giving. And I hope you guys are enjoying these stories and learning more about this awesome country that we have fallen in love with. And I'm here again with my girl, Deanna.
Hi.
Because she is part of our SOAR program that Andrew was talking about. Hey, first of all, Andrew, you're talking about these hoodies, but why aren't you wearing? I remember I laid it out for you before we left. You're supposed to be wearing this glow. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, back to SOAR. So SOAR stands for Students Overcoming and Rising. And one thing we wanted to do is develop a program. We spent a couple of weeks around Christmas trying to develop some kind of program that would help the kids. We really want to help those who are willing to change and help themselves. I mean, there's different levels of help, but we developed a special program with special benefits for those who really showed they wanted to make some changes. And so Deanna has been one of our girls. We have about 10 in it. There's some revamping about to happen, but she's been in it this year, and she has been, I think, one of our star pupils. And there's some benefits that have happened, and I'm going to ask Deanna. Deanna, how has the SOAR program? Well, first let me say some things we've done. I think Andrew said some, but we've had certain requirements they've had to do. They kept journals. They had to write down things that they spent their money on. There was a book list, a reading list. There was a movie list, even like good kind of redemptive movies to watch and learn from, and just different ways to grow. We offered them classes in English or getting to go to the gym and things like that. But there's benefits like that. But Deanna, tell us how being in the SOAR program has benefited you.
Расскажи нам, как быть в программе SOAR принесло тебе какие-то привилегии или что это дало тебе?
Ну, это очень много привилегий привело, например.
It gives me a lot of good things. For example,
Ну, во-первых, это лечение зубов.
first I got fixed all my teeth.
Также финансы на спортзал, 50%.
Also finances for the gym.
Также программа YWAM.
Also I went to the YM program.
Также бытовая какая-то.
Also some help like every day.
Ну и также финансовая поддержка.
And also financial support of me.
И да, и много, на самом деле, за счет этого я сделала шагов. Мы заполняли дневники.
I've done a lot of steps because of this program. We did our diaries.
Мы заполняли дневники, за счет этого как бы я начала понимать свои, какие у меня есть, знаешь, какие-то, может, недостатки.
And because of that, I started to realize maybe some of my problems or something that I'm missing.
Я увидела на самом деле то, что это вроде как обычные, знаешь, вещи, которые должен делать, в принципе, каждый подросток.
And I saw it's a normal thing that every teenager should do, like just write down the journal.
Ну и поначалу для нас это было дико, типа, читать книги, фильмы, смотреть.
But for us, at first it was weird, like to watch movie, to read books.
Ну, так как мы привыкли, знаешь, что за нас никто не смотрит, и мы самостоятельно сами выбираем, что хотим.
Because we used to that we are by ourselves and no one watching us, so we can do whatever we want to do.
Да, и за счет этой программы как бы мы начали понимать на самом деле, как важно то, что вот просто заполнять дневник, да, и мы можем на самом деле увидеть какие-то нюансы, которые на самом деле, ну, могут.
And because of this program, we realized that it's so important to do those diaries, and even through that, we can see some our problems or something that we're missing just through the following that.
Ну, как бы из-за таких вот проблем мы можем просто не видеть себя, на самом деле, какие мы есть.
And so many times we don't see who we are because of the problems that we have.
Ну и вот эта вот поездка в Карпаты тоже.
And the trip, the camp to the Carpathian Mountains.
Она как будто дала нам свежего воздуха, знаешь.
It's like a fresh breath for us.
Мы увидели, насколько реален, ну, типа, мир, и насколько природа красивая, и насколько вот это вот все, как семейная, знаешь, какая-то обстановка такая была приятная.
We saw this real world, we saw this beautiful nature, and we felt that family feelings in that place.
И за счет этой семейной обстановки мы могли почувствовать Божью любовь.
And because we felt that families feelings, we can feel God's love.
Услышать реально, типа, те вещи, которые мы так давно не слышали.
And hear those things that we haven't heard for a long time.
Многим из наших ребят нужны были вот именно вот такие просто обычные посиделки вечером.
Our guys, they just need those evenings where we just sat together.
Некоторые из нас, многих думают, что им главное телефон, либо курточка зимняя, либо, знаешь, какие-то сапоги, либо еще какие-то вещи.
Many of us thinks, or many of you thinks that maybe we need some like winter coat or boots or phone or some other stuff.
Но на самом деле, когда мы сидим вечером, да, просто возле костра.
But in reality, when we just sit in the evening around the fireplace,
внутри мы каждый понимаем, что это на самом деле очень приятно и важно.
Inside, all of us will realize that it's very good feelings and it's very important feelings.
И я очень ценю реально то, что просто Glow для нас делает, это оно нам дает любовь, ощущать то тепло, которое...
And I really appreciate what Glow is doing for us because they give us this love, they give us feel that love.
И я просто реально благодарю очень сильно Дару и Эндрю, что они жертвуют своей семьей, реально приезжать сюда настолько далеко и просто нам отдавать свою любовь и делать такие вещи. Это просто нереально.
And I really appreciate Dar and Andrew that they give their family and they come here so far from their home and they give us a lot. It's unreal.
Ну и ты когда на это смотришь, ты реально видишь, что реально Бог работает и что Он есть.
And when you see that, you realize that God is real and He's working.
И ты просто не думаешь, блин, реально есть такие люди, которые просто будут ехать настолько далеко, чтобы помочь нам.
And you understand that there is people who are so far and they will come and help us.
И иногда просто я задаюсь вопросом, почему именно с Америки люди приезжают сюда, в Украину, чтобы помочь? Почему нету в Украине таких людей, которые будут нам помогать, знаешь?
And sometimes I ask myself why people from America come here to help us, why there is not enough people in Ukraine to help us.
Мне просто кажется, реально Америка это просто щедрость, знаешь, типа они...
I think America, they're just open to give.
Они реально, ну, типа, добрые, которые, то есть, видят реально проблемы, и они действуют.
They see the problem and they do something about it.
Ну, а наши просто видят проблему и просто сожалеют.
But Ukrainians so often they just see problem and feel sorry for that.
Ну, для того, чтобы менять вот таких вот, как мы, да, или просто действовать и менять мир, надо просто реально действовать, не просто сидеть, думать.
To change people like us, we need to do something, not just sit and think about the problems.
Конечно, если мы будем друг другу помогать, пойдут изменения, будет реально то, что мы так давно хотели.
And of course, if we will start help each other, then we will be able to see the changes, to see what we want to see in Ukraine.
Ну, и все мы как бы несовершенные, да, и все мы типа такие дети, которые не идеальные, знаете.
And we're all not perfect. We're all kids who are not perfect.
Ну, у нас в жизни были такие, которые очень тяжелые, и над нами надо очень много работать.
And we had very difficult lives, so we need a lot of investments, a lot of hard work from you guys.
И понятное дело, вы не можете, конечно, получить так быстро результат, которого, может, вы ожидаете от нас.
Of course, you cannot get result as fast as you maybe expect from us.
Но Бог тоже как бы очень много делал для того, чтобы дойти до чего-то идеального.
But God, He is doing a lot. He's working hard to make everything perfect.
И Он был терпелив ко всем.
And He is patient to everyone.
И я надеюсь, вы тоже будете терпеливы
And
к
I
нам.
hope you will be patient to us.
That's good. So good. Thank you.
Спасибо.
Isn't she precious? Yeah, so good. One of the things that's really important to us is to help these kids grow body, soul, and spirit, and in every part of their life. When you haven't had someone care about all those parts of you, it's important to kind of, put some of those things in place. So one thing we offer as a psychologist, through Tanya, we met another Tanya who is a psychologist, and so we've offered that as a benefit. Anyone who would like to talk to a counselor, there's a lot of trauma to work through. Several have taken advantage of that. That's been incredibly helpful. We've seen some great progress from that. We have a savings program for those, for each kid that's in the program, where we save a certain amount per month for them, and if they save, we match the money that they save. So we're just trying to teach them, things that parents would teach them. And it's such a joy to be able to be family. Our camps and our retreats, when we come over here, we usually do a retreat with them or a camp. And we call our camp family camp. And we like to take them, the past 2 years, we've gone to the mountains. And we actually went to the same place the past 2 years because, we do that in America. We go to the same place. You find a place you like and you go back for family vacation. And it's a mixture between vacation and a camp. So we're doing fun vacation things, but we're also learning things at the same time. So learning the culture has been very interesting. But at the same time, you got the teenage thing going on, and I know what that's like because we have kids the same age. But we've got this culture, and it's been a learning curve for all of us. But we are having the patience that you are saying that we need. That's a good encouragement. And I just want you to pray for these kids that breakthrough will happen. They have to care about themselves. And, you know, one thing I want to say, a lot of people will say, why do you help in Ukraine when there's so much in America? And it's true, there is so much in America. And I just want to address one thing about that. I am all about helping kids in America too. I love kids. We have in our vision, we have a vision to help do a lot more domestically. But there's something about another culture, and this culture in particular. These kids, when you ask them what they want to be when they grow up, most of them, they haven't even thought about it because they're not told they can do anything. In America, we grew up knowing, like, people are always told, you can do anything you want, you can be successful. And there's safety nets in America. No one really has to starve in America. There's always some kind of program, there's some kind of help. It is not like that at all in Ukraine. And sometimes other countries, like she said, the Ukrainians aren't going to reach out because that's where they're at. They're coming out of communism. They have a lot to overcome. And sometimes these countries need people with a different mindset to come and to share that mindset. So for those of you who wonder why not, people are called to different places. And I think it's great to be called exactly where you're called. And we're not saying everybody has to come to Ukraine, but we have been called there. Mm-hmm. And so thank you for joining with us. And we just want to be a blessing and bring the message of hope. Not that we're trying to make anybody American. We're not. Actually, what we're trying to do is bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. Jesus prayed, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." And so we want to bring the kingdom of heaven and the mindset of heaven to Ukraine, not American culture. We want to bring these biblical principles that work. They work in my life, and we want to bring them to these kids because God's ways and his principles work. And they bring forth, there's kingdom benefits. Righteousness, peace, and joy are the benefits of being a Christian. So we want to bring that to these kids. And I'm so proud of this one and all of our SOAR kids. Thank you for supporting them. And that's a little bit about the SOAR program. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody in the U.S. and the Ukraine.
Oh, people from all over the world?
We're international, baby.
Okay.
We're international. Darn, Andrew, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to share with your group.
And we just wanted to share a little bit about our story and why we love the GLOW mission that Dar and Andrew felt so called to start.
First and foremost, oops, that's not good. It's the popcorn they provide. I mean, who gives you popcorn like this? That's reason number one.
Not what I was thinking.
Okay, you start.
No, actually it started, Ben and I have always had a passion for ministry related to orphans and especially just the underserved, less fortunate. And we actually met that way. We met volunteering in a mentoring program with after school, it was an inner city ministry, and got engaged in an orphanage.
Best day of her life.
For real though, like just orphan care and what is going on, like what is happening in the Ukraine with these kids, it breaks our hearts. And we love that Dar and Andrew have decided to step in and do something about it.
The beauty is though, it breaks our hearts, but we know we can do something about it, and that's the beauty, right? We can feel helpless, and we're not, right? God's given us the gifts, He's given us the tools, given us money. Even though we can't be there in the Ukraine right now, we feel like we're a part of what's going on there right now with Dar being there. She's the hands and feet right now, and the team she's working with are the hands and feet of God.
Totally.
We get to invest in that every single day. Our kids get to invest in it. It's amazing to know that we're helping that way because me personally, if you ever noticed me, if you ever met me at church, I love babies. Everybody loves babies. Mm-hmm. Babies are pretty easy to love. When you think about what are considered unlovable, not that these kids are unlovable, they're truly lovely. But a lot of times everyone gravitates to younger kids and little babies because it feels like they're just much more warm and lovable in that way. And these kids are teenagers, sometimes a little older, and have been hardened by society and the orphan system. And it breaks your heart to see that. And we're trying to break through that with the gospel and love, which is what Jesus taught us would make a difference. That's why we're so encouraged by what Dara and Andrew are doing here.
Yeah, and their main focus among many is loving on these aged out orphans, and they're just still so young, and they've been through so much in life. So I was just I have the privilege of teaching my daughter part-time. She goes to a school where she does home study 2 days a week with me, and today we were writing a letter to someone that she was thankful for, and she chose to write her letter to God. That was not my that's who she wants to write to, so I'm like,
it was
okay.
my influence, actually.
But basically, she's writing a prayer, and in her prayer to the Lord today, she's just thanking him for being loved and having a family and the life that she's given. It was just so beautiful to see my 7-year-old daughter thanking God for what he's given her. And it wasn't things, it was love and experience and a mom and dad that love her back. That's what we want for these kids, and that's what Dar and Andrew are doing. So thank you so much, Dar and Andrew, for all that you do.
We love you guys, and what you're doing is amazing. I mean, most of you have probably read the verse. James 1:27 says, "Pure and genuine religion in the sight of God the Father means caring for orphans and widows in their distress and refusing to let the world corrupt you." Actually, in the Message version, I was just looking at the Message version, it's kind of interesting. It says to reach out to the homeless and the loveless in their plight and guard against corruption from the godless world. The world would say almost that these adorable, wonderful children are loveless, haven't received much love, and that's what the difference that Dar and Andrew and the team are making there. So we love you guys, everything, and I'll tell you as a person that loves to support ministries, Christ-centered ministries, when you know the people involved, it makes a difference. We love Dar and Andrew. We love their character. We love their heart. We know they love the Lord deeply. They've given up the trappings of this world to pursue what pleases him, and that's why we're so pleased to be partnered with them. We want you to do the same thing. So hopefully today, empty out your pockets. The Lord will provide. Give in a big way. Let's blow the roof off of whatever the expectations are for today. Thank you, everybody. Love you, Dar and Andrew.
All right, bye guys.
I'm not ready, Jim. I'm not ready. Can we stop? Okay, we can do this. All right, we're going to do this. So let's go forward, okay? So we are having a Glow-a-thon extra bonus feature because we have the good Reverend Preacher Pastor Nathan in the house. And he has been a mentor to me, even though he's younger than me, because he brought me out of the darkness. And he helped me to see the light that is Nathan. Okay? Because he showed me lots of things.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful for him. And he is actually the outreach pastor at the Refuge. And he's actually over us. Like he rules us with an iron fist. It's horrible the way he treats us. Now I really want counseling for this right now. So if there's any counselors out there, please talk to us. But we have an extra because since he's over us, he gets to hear us crying, and he gets to tell. So you get to hear the dark secrets about Darrell Andrew from Pastor Nathan here. But he's going to share with you just kind of the things that he's seen us walk through, and just seen how Glow's grown. And I could probably keep talking and say everything you want to say.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to do that because he can do this in Hebrew also. So he's not going to do this. But anyway. Pastor Nathan, I'm so glad you're here with me. We have a history. That's why we're talking like this, because we've done some awesome things together at the Refuge. Rocky and Roads being one of them. That was magical. So if you guys go online and look up Rocky and Roads, you'll see some vintage footage of us way back in the day. International, not necessarily here, but it really took on in Slobovia.
We were big there.
Slobovia, it was crazy. Like they wanted us to come to a concert, but they wouldn't pay us, so we didn't come. So, anyway, Pastor Nathan, tell the people out there what you've seen in Darrell Andrew and Glow.
Well, Andrew, first of all, this is a privilege, and we didn't know this was going to happen. I knew me and my family were going to come and just be a part, support what was happening today.
You know you're not getting away with that.
Well, no, it's true. We're here. We're here. Right. So I just want to encourage people that are online right now, listen, glowmission.org. Make sure you're connected. Make sure you take advantage of the opportunity to support this ministry. I'm going to tell you a little bit about from my perspective, but before I even get into it, listen, today is about, let's just be really clear, we are raising funds to do the work of the ministry. So we need you to get engaged, right? It's Saturday. If you're in the China Grove, Concord, Greater Charlotte area, it is dreary and rainy outside. What better? Look, stay inside, spend your money, support Glow Mission. This is what it's all about, right? Let's get invested. If I understand right, people can even have their donations matched. Is that what I understand? Maybe make sure we hit that real quick because I want to tell some stories.
Yes. Terry Bolin from Terry Bolin Insurance with Farm Bureau is sponsoring this time. So any money that you give during this time is matched. So this is a great time to give because your money's doubled. Okay, you don't have to be a mathematician to figure that out. You give 10, okay, 20 goes in the pot. So that's awesome. So anyway, just want to make sure you guys know that. And listen, we're here. Also, when you come into the Holy Grind to hang out with us, just like Pastor Nathan did, he didn't know he was going to be on the air. You could be on the air too. Absolutely. You could be live on Facebook. But everything that's bought in here today at the Holy Grind, all the profits are going to Glow too. So it's a win-win. You get caffeinated, you get some sweetness in you, Amen. And you give to Glow.
Absolutely.
So, all right, here comes some riveting stories. So listen. Hold on to your chairs because this is going to get crazy.
Yeah, you definitely want to tell people that this is happening right now. Make sure you're sharing it. Make sure you let them know. And no lie, I have a $10 bill in my wallet, and it just magically became 20 because I'm giving right now. It just happened. Boom. Glow Mission, it's 20 because of the gift. You guys do the same. Andrew mentioned it. I've had the great privilege through the years to know both he and Dar, their entire family, just a gift. For those of you that know them personally, you're not surprised by that. You know the gift that they are. And here's what's beautiful. What I've seen through what's been birthed in the Glow Mission through them, it sounds like Dar and Andrew. It doesn't sound like something they're trying to put on, something that they're trying to somehow shoehorn into their life. This is a big part of who they are. They love people. They love the Lord. They love people. And particularly have a gift with students, with children. And so to see their heart for the nations, their heart for people, their heart for the kingdom, to kind of come all together through what's happened with Glow Mission is incredible, dude. It's incredible. And Andrew's correct. I get a great opportunity with my role at our church where they're a part and served for years. I get the great privilege of just praying with them, hearing the good, bad, and the ugly, what's going well, what's going difficult, what they need prayer for, because that's real life. And overcome, right? So that's been really, really amazing. So I want to encourage you with this. For those of you that are just now catching on, or maybe you're just sharing this, people are just now connecting to it. Glow Mission today, we're raising funds to do the work there in Ukraine. It's a powerful thing, but understand this. This is real life, and this is who they are as people. That's the thing that's most refreshing for me. It feels so natural to their calling. And what I love, Andrew, with your gifts, your unique talents, Dar's unique gifts and talents, what you guys are together, first of all, it's not fair. Can we just agree on this? It's not fair. It's Wonder Twins. It's to the nth degree. It's unfair that they can do what they can do, but the fact that they do it for the kingdom, not just the kingdom, pure religion, Jesus said, is caring for orphans and widows. The way they're investing in orphans in Ukraine and around the world, especially in Ukraine right now, it's unbelievable. And it's definitely something we need to get behind. The refuge is behind you guys, heart and soul. We give every month. We are very, very faithful to that because we believe in it, not just because we like Dar and Andrew, and we do, but we believe in the ministry and the mission of what they're doing. If you've been online at all today, you've heard Dar talk about it, you've heard Andrew, special guests. It's a real thing. I really want to encourage you to get involved, get invested, give, because really today's about giving. We're unapologetic about this. We're trying to raise funds to do the work of the ministry. You're an integral part of that, and so we need you to do it. And I got some stories brewing, but I feel like there's something you need to say first, then I'm gonna be ready.
Okay. Yeah, just like Pastor Nathan said, it's a matter of partnering. Like, when you guys, so it's like so many people, like they work a job, there's stuff that they're good at in the workplace, there's business they're good at, but what's happening is that we're able to go and do the ministry. And you're good at what you do in your business, able to raise funds that can be used in the kingdom. And so it's partnering. And when we go, you're going because your finances help to get us there. And it's an awesome opportunity that the Lord gives us whenever we give, whenever we sow into missions, whenever we sow into the church. What we're doing is you're sowing into ministry that's changing lives. And so your money is being put to work in a way that's not only going to bless other people, but it's going to bless you. Because God sees what we do and He honors what we do when we make those kind of sacrifices, and we believe that we can't outgive Him. And He's so good, and He sees the things that we do. He sees our heart, and He loves it when we make that sacrifice and give. And so this is a great opportunity to do that and fulfill Scripture and taking care of the orphan and widow.
Yep. And just say again, you've heard from Andrew, we're here live at the Holy Grind in China Grove. Studio audience. Hey guys, let me hear from you real quick, right? Holy Grind, where are you at? Come on, where's it at? Look, there's a lot of love. Look, let me tell you this. So one of the great privileges of just having those times of partnership where we check in monthly, making sure we have some FaceTime to talk through what's happening with Glow Mission. Listen, getting a chance to hear Dar and Andrew share tears in their eyes, right? Real life, tears in their eyes, trying to strategize how to be a blessing to these kids, which in some circumstances, right, they're not even fully appreciative of what's coming their way because they don't know how to appreciate it quite yet. It's no fault of their own. But so sometimes there can be resistance, sometimes there can be challenge. So it's not like it's this cakewalk of a thing. Oh, that'd be fun to go to Ukraine and hang out and do. This is work. This is difficult work. And as a pastor involved in ministry, I'll tell you this. If you don't have a heart for people, you won't last one day in full-time ministry because it's a challenge. It really is. We know this, and I'm sure I could speak for it. I won't try to, but I've told my wife Tamsi on many occasions when it's been difficult working with people, you're like, man, I wish I just had a landscape company and I could just go and the grass is tall and I get there and then I'm there for like an hour or two and then it's short and it's beautiful and everything's perfect and I leave. And it looks like it was so cut and dry, not to use a pun. But here's the thing. Working with people can be difficult. Sometimes you can sow and you can pray and you can work and feel like things are going a direction and then find out it's not, or it's not as encouraging as we initially thought. But people are worth it. That's the key. And so what Dar and Andrew, the entire team of Glow Mission are doing, they're investing in people, and not just people, in particularly orphans who don't have other people investing in them. And it's sometimes we can take for granted just the encouragement of even this. Getting to spend some time together, have a cup of coffee, share some stories, laugh a little bit, because we have a relationship and investment. But what they're doing with Glow Mission is investing in the lives of people that don't necessarily have those opportunities, don't have a lot of believers around them encouraging them. You can be a part of that, not just through giving financially, although that is a part, but through prayer, through investment in the kingdom, through really words of encouragement, taking some time sharing some of these posts, reaching out to Dar, reaching out to Andrew, let them know how much you value what God's doing in and through them. It makes a world of difference. Listen, Glow Mission, it's worth your time, energy, effort, support to get behind what they're doing, to partner with. I know there's different things they're letting you know throughout the day, how you can be connected, how you can be partnered. I'm excited about this online event, which, how cool is this, man? I mean, so cool. Technology, global. I mean, Dar, I don't see you. I know you're there in the Ukraine, but just a little love all the way from China, Grove, which, is in the United States. But we're here standing with you guys there. We love you, and so excited for those that are viewing online. Look, get engaged. Don't just watch a little bit. Don't just think, oh, that's so cool. What a cool idea. Do something. Look, $5 becomes $10 because there's a matching gift in this hour, right? Do something. Just something. Anything at all. It's going to be matched. It's going to make a difference. It is good soil to be invested in. And Andrew, I'm honored just to be here, dude.
Man, thank you, Pastor Nathan. Thank you so much. Yeah, really, because it's so great. This was unexpected. Didn't expect to have this time, but he carries the heart of the Lord so well, and it's such an honor to be in ministry with him, and for him to be behind us, and for the refuge to be behind us. So remember, also this hour too is the sweatshirt thing, right? It's sweatshirt, $35 monthly donation. If you decide to do that, commit to us to do that, we will send you one of our amazing sweatshirts. They're beautiful. They're snuggly. You'll love them. Okay? So, guys, we will see you next hour. Peace.